Great, my name is Eric Yonge. I'm President and Creative Director of EYStudios. EYStudios is a design development company focusing on e-commerce stores. Our specialty is developing the brand experience for an end user. You know, buying is emotional, and so we heighten the emotion surrounding e-commerce by proactive merchandising, really fantastic branding to get people to buy more. The more somebody enjoys being on a store, the more they purchase. That's our specialty. We work with Nextopia primarily with our search clients. You know, to me, I'm a brand guy, and I always tell people that your brand needs to equal a very important term, and to me, Nextopia equals search. And so most people come to us when they need something that's more advanced from a search perspective, and Nextopia is at the top of our list. We typically work with larger merchants and merchants that have lots of different options, lots of different SKUs with lots of different options. And to me, that's what Nextopia can excel with, is parsing through all of that information to make it a pleasurable user experience. The implementation process is really easy because Nextopia's project managers work with our project managers to coordinate everything, and they get on the same page very quickly. My main goal in any vendor that we use is to put the customer first. They may have a great service, but if they're not really customer focused, it falls flat. And the cool thing about Nextopia is they know what they're doing, they have a great product, but they're extremely customer focused. And that's what makes it a joy to work with them. Nextopia makes my job easier by simply understanding the problem that we come to them with and taking it from there. So we articulate everything that we need, and they take the ball and run with it. If there's one word that I would use to describe my experience with Nextopia, it's easy. I mean, Nextopia makes everything easy for the end user, for us as a developer. It's easy. When people first come to the store, I think that there's either browsers or hunters. I can categorize any shopper to either be a browser or hunter. And browsers have a general idea of what they're looking for, whereas hunters have a more specific idea of what they're looking for. Nextopia caters to browsers primarily, from what I see, from the left-hand navigation, how you can filter through different criteria that a browser may give, and that makes it really easy for a browser. But from a hunter, they typically go to the search bar first, and of course that's where Nextopia shines as well. As a developer, we work with a lot of different platforms, from Magento, Yahoo, BigCommerce, 3D Cart, and the cool thing is whatever a client that's either on any of those platforms, they can use Nextopia no matter what. One of the things that keeps me engaged and excited about e-commerce is the vision I have for a specific client store. You know, sometimes a store owner will hit a block and they'll just not know what to do. They look at their store every day. This is their bread and butter, but they don't know what to do. And so I love just thinking about where this store could go next. It's cool to have a partner like Nextopia to brainstorm ideas together. How can we make their search better? How can we filter the left navigation a little bit better? This is the things that I love, and I think that the clients, they see that energy from both us at EYStudios and Nextopia. They see that collaboration. That's very infectious for a store owner, and I think that's what makes a process fun. You know, a lot of these things can be so technical that it just drains the life out of everything that you do, and we need to have fun at this. I think people need to lighten up about e-commerce more, enjoy the fact that you get to sell to people all over the planet and impact people's lives. That's what I like to do. I know that's what Nextopia likes to do. In my experience in working with highly technical people, they sometimes lose the human element. They focus on the technology and not the person. And I find the exact opposite with Nextopia, which is extremely refreshing, that they really have an empathy toward the end user, the store owner, and then they develop their problem solving from that standpoint. So I think that's what makes it refreshing to work with a company like Nextopia. And I've worked with a lot of different companies, so it's a big differentiator when it comes to Nextopia's brand.